Welcome. This is 40 plus first time mom. I am excited as your host, Michelle, to share this journey with you all. I know a lot of women who are over 40 and they are either trying to conceive, doing research about conceiving, going through that journey of questions and fears and all that other stuff in between. And I'm here as some sunshine and some hope in a journey as a mother over 40. So I'm going to take you through my whole journey from before conception, what conception was like, just all the details so that you can be inspired and encouraged on your journey. So this welcome is all about letting you know what you're in for and how you can stay tuned and stay connected and what resources I have for you on this journey. So the first part you're going to get, number one, is encouragement, because having a baby over 40, well, actually being a first time mom over 40 is a whole journey, right? So I'll go through the whys and the hows, you know, that it took until 40 to have children, and also what my mindset was on the journey, what my focus was on the journey, who I became along the way. So I'll share that. I'll also be talking about fertility and trying to conceive, like tips. Was it natural conception for me, or was there assistance along the way? And we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about loss. What does it look like? Those so there'll be sensitive topics that I'll talk about, because sometimes along the way there could be loss. You understand what I'm saying? So how do we navigate that? And also how to talk openly about fibroids. That's a thing. Natural ways of getting rid of fibroids to prepare your womb, your uterus for the process. Also talking about male fertility, because how many know it takes two to get pregnant? You understand what I'm saying? And weight management, dropping some pounds in the journey, being healthy, preparing yourself, nutrition, and things like that. So, spousal support, we'll talk about that because, like I said, we're not doing this alone. So, how do we get the stress? I've met quite a few women that felt the burden to give their husband a child. They felt the burden to have a child by a certain age, or if it's past that age, even talking about it and, wrapping your mind around it, protecting your peace and preparing mentally for motherhood. So we're going to talk about things of that nature and what that looks like, the elimination process, the adding process, the recalibrating process, self-care, and health tips tailored for us over 40. What does that look like? How do you stay encouraged when you see the teenagers and the 20-year-olds getting pregnant, and different things like that, family members getting pregnant, or people getting pregnant don't even want children, and you out here trying. You hear me? So how do we navigate that? Real stories of fears and joys of becoming a first time mom later in life. We are going to tap into all that. And along the way, I got some resources, some fun stuff that I created. I'm going to start with my pregnancy journey. It's a beautiful week by week journal that I created because I feel like this was important for us during this journey, right? So not only do we want to um, go through the motherhood, we want to journal. We want to make sure that we're on top of things. And this is literally a journal of encouragement. So you'll get encouraging letters along the way, spots for your appointments. Um, each trimester has its own section. Even it has fun facts for each trimester. There's plenty of space to write for each week of your journey. And then also, one thing that I put in here, a few things that I put in here is when we're pregnant, we dream more and we remember a lot. So there is a dream section where you can log your dreams. And not only that, your thoughts before you sleep, emotions before you went to sleep, your actual dream, interpretation of the dream, your feelings when you woke up, and any comments. So this way you have memories to keep and cherish even as your little one grows. And then one thing I thought that was very important that we have to remember as moms is the leisure time. So I put some Sudoku puzzles in here. So when you just want to relax and do a whole bunch of nothing from time to time, you can kick your feet up and do a puzzle, and it has the solutions in here. And then another part that I felt was so important was the fourth trimester. Because how many know that we have to take out time for us along the journey? You understand what I'm saying? And that fourth trimester is about after baby comes, what is life like? Not only as a new mom, but as a new woman. How do we care for ourselves? How will we guilt free take time to calibrate ourselves so that it can be optimum as an individual, as a wife, as a mother, as a contributor to society, as business owners, all that stuff is in here. And then also you'll have an invitation, and it's more of this in a details too, to be a part of my Woman Alive 2.0 group. And it's a community of women that come together to be encouraged and expanded and to grow. So all these things are resources that I have, and being thirsty all the time, resources I have to share. And it's all a part of being a 40 plus first time mom. And it's such an exciting journey. So I will be showing you all the details, talking about appointments with my midwife, conversations with my husband. Y'all, let me tell you, I'm just going to give y'all a little preview. I was minding my business in the kitchen dancing. And my husband tell me I look like a Oompa Loompa. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember those Oompa Loompas from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The disrespect, huh? Look, I got your child brewing, and you calling me a little Oompa Loompa. I'm glad we both have a sense of humor. So that's going to be there. And then also, I'll be sharing like cool things that I make. Like this right here is one of my 40-ounce tumblers on my Etsy shop. And I think, you know what? One of these episodes, I'm going to talk about creating income as a mom. I think that's important too, because while at home we can still create. We're very creative. We do so much. So how do we monetize what we do on our journey in motherhood? So I'll be sharing that too. So thank you so much for being a part of episode 1. I am Michelle, your host. I am a 40 plus first time mom, and I'm here to support you and encourage you on your journey. And also feel free to drop things in the comments, things that you're excited about, things that you even want to talk about, and things that maybe that I mentioned that you want me to go a little deeper into. I'll definitely do that. And I'll put all the resources that I have in the description. Just all the tea. I'm sharing all the tea on this journey. So I wish you all the best. And I'm excited to take this journey with you. And stay tuned for more amazing episodes. All right. See you next time.